Careful who you rock with, baby. Everybody don't wanna see you win. Everybody don't wanna see you win. Everybody don't wanna see you win.
Hey everybody. Today, me and Weird Science, when she figure out how to come back up, we're going to talk about. I was on Hoodies Up earlier, and he wanted to learn more about the alpha male and the female. So 7:30. Can you see if you could get in contact with Hoodies Up? Hey Clarice, how you doing? Weird Science, say something. Weird Science. Weird Science. Okay, I guess she'll be back. So he wanted to talk about the alpha male. He wanted to recap. So we was going to do that, but for some strange reason, Weird Science is having technical difficulties again. But hold up. But how y'all doing today? How you doing, Weird Science and Clarice? What y'all did positive today while we wait? I mean, Clarice and 7:30 while we waiting on Weird Science. Okay. Hold on. Okay. I'm telling Dice to get in touch with Hoodies Up because he wanted to talk about this. But anyway, 7:30 Clarice, right? So Clarice, I went to get me these goddess braids today. And like my head is hurting so bad. Like, is that normal, Clarice? Because this is ridiculous. It don't make no kind of sense. Hey, BXJ, we waiting for Weird Science. I don't know. She be up here in a few minutes. Peace, AB. You be what? Oh, I'll be all right. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. It sure don't feel like I'm gonna be all right. How long is this going to be in effect? Like, how long, is this going to take to, calm down? Like, seriously, I really need to know that. Let me see what's going on with, I'm going to call her while we on live. See what's going on with Weird Science and her electrical equipment. Hold up. Give me a minute, y'all. AB, can you do me a favor? Can you get in touch with Hoodies Up because he wanted to talk about this? Hello?
I am trying to get on. For some reason, it's not allowing my mic. I'm trying to get logged on. For some reason, my mic is not working.
Your mic?
Yeah.
What are you on?
I'm logging in the same way I log in any other time.
Hey, bestie.
Surprise.
All right, try your laptop. Come out of that. How did you come in? Hold on, Beth. How did you come in? Through the link that I showed you or through the chat?
Through the link in the chat.
Go
I'm
through
doing
it.
it the same way I always do.
Okay, go through your phone when I just texted to you and see what happened. And then I'll have somebody, I will figure it out. You gonna figure it out. You always
If
do.
she gotta click the one in the chat a couple of times because I had to do that, and then it opened up, gave me an option of which browser I wanted to use to open it up.
To your mic. Make sure no other apps are using your mic. When this happened before, it was because both StreamYard and YouTube were both trying to use my mic at the same time.
Oh, well,
So
you got.
figure out how to get it to stop doing that.
All right.
Okay,
All right. Hey, bestie. Everybody.
Hey.
AB, 7:30. Clarice, L Boogie. This is my bestie, Mama B. This is my bestie for 38 years. That's who did the video. But I didn't know she was coming up. But since you up here, what's good with you, girl? Hello? What'd you mute your mic for?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, I'm driving.
Oh, you driving. Yeah, we can
Yeah,
hear you.
I think my Bluetooth picked up on my way.
Yeah, I can hear like, yeah, it ain't bad, but it ain't bad though.
It's not all right. Hey, everybody! What's happening? What's the topic?
I was trying to wait for Hoodies Up because we had talked about the difference between the alpha, the sigma, the gamma, female and male. So he wanted to recap it, but right now, since you popped up like a pop-up tent, the topic is yours for right now. What's up?
The topic is what? Am I going right? Okay. So the topic is what? I just popped in to say what's happening to everybody. You know what I do. I'm out here chasing papers.
Well, I know what you doing. You know what I'm saying? Because you my bestie. You know?
Of course. Everybody
But,
all right? Everybody all right?
I want Team Guardian. This is my bestie, New York Star. This is Team Guardian.
How y'all doing?
She gonna be coming on a little bit more. We gonna do I think she said she wanna do, you said Wednesday?
Yeah, I thought we'll do a Q&A.
Okay.
On the videos, just ask. There was some questions.
Yeah, they like that. They be having some good. They be having some good questions over here. They be having some good ones. This is team participation. That's why we Team Guardian with the armor. Yeah. So I'm give y'all the opportunity, right? To ask my bestie any question y'all want to know about me, about Magnificent Man.
I don't know if they want to ask me anything because I'm brutally honest.
I say anything. You know how you come on now.
Ooh. Sorry. You hear that?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, let me open the chat.
You want to see the chat? They speaking to you. They saying, "Oh, I should be pinning it anyway."
Yeah, because I can't see it.
Okay. Well, give me a minute. You should be able to see it on the screen.
Okay, I think I can see it now.
All right.
Get away from my sister.
Because Clarice said, "Hey, Dusty." That's what Clarice said.
Hey, Hey, people.
So everybody's speaking to you. But the best friend video, this is the person that said if you put her in the jungle. Oh, here go a question for you. Here go a question for you. Where's
What
that?
is
I
it?
just um 7:30 wants to know, was Miss Mecca always so helpful, New York star?
Sorry, I had to come in on that.
I know. Go ahead, GC. You can answer.
They
Be honest.
funny. Always. It depends on who it is. I could say, she's more helpful now versus in her younger years. I'll say that. She's more
Good
helpful
answer.
now. She's always been helpful to me as a bestie, but as far as everybody else, no. The answer is no.
Okay. You see, the AB said, can she be hostile at any given moment, Queen Star?
You already know. That's fact. You asking questions you already know the answer to.
That's what I didn't ask that. Somebody asked that.
And I'm talking to him as well.
Oh.
Definitely is. He know that. That's why he asked that. He know that. But I'm not saying that, anybody can become hostile. But, yeah, you definitely can become hostile. They definitely can take you there. Once you tell them stop talking to you and they keep talking, yeah, you go in there.
I mean, that's a loaded question because, I mean, like you said, we all have our triggers. There's not a perfect person walking this earth. You say the right thing, anybody can be set off.
That's a whole
Yeah,
fact.
but the only thing is, there's a limit to when people go off. Once she's activated, there's no limit. So, for example, let me give you a little example, small example. If you go low, she's going lower. Okay? If you throw, common shade, she's taking you down. I mean, you're going to start it, but she's definitely going to finish it.
Yeah, and that's just a statement of her imperfection as a person. Because I mean, Candy Burris Tucker said on national TV, and she's multi-million-dollar entrepreneur and reality show actress, and she said, "I'm not Michelle Obama. You go low, I'm going lower." And I believe the young lady Melody on Love and Marriage Huntsville. These are people that are on national TV saying the same thing. So,
Well, these are
as
people
my
who
cousin, I'm just gonna say she's human. So yeah, you can expect her to be human if you push the right button.
nah, just pick a button. Ain't no right button. Pick any button.
Good evening, half past. Thank you.
Well, you know what? When people say, even though you say, oh, this is my family member, oh, this is my friend, I feel like when you have friends, if it's a real friend, even if y'all don't talk for a whole year, and when y'all do talk, y'all pick right back up. The person she was 10 years ago is not the same person she is today. But me being her friend, I never missed a beat because I talk to her all day, every day, 24 hours a day, 16 times a day. So I'm not missing a beat. I see her grow. I see her evolve. I see her flaws. And I'm just one of the ones that could call her on it and let her get upset and don't care if she gets upset. As a friend, your friend is always going to tell you the truth, and I can do that. But somebody on the street, you can't walk up to me and tell me something about my bestie and don't think we ain't got problems right then, right here, right now.
I appreciate
A
that
best
she has a
friend is.
friend like you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that she has
Oh,
you as a
I
friend.
will cuss her out. I will cuss her out. I will cuss her out. Definitely.
Good evening, BXJ. Good to see you here.
And guess what? I don't care that she cursed me out.
Yeah, like our feelings is not hurt when we do that. Our feelings is not hurt because we both know it's coming from a good place. So it would be different me fussing her out versus somebody else. Even sometimes family members. Like you just can't talk to her like that. She ain't having it. But me,
TV.
But
Peace
from a
to
good
you.
place.
But you got to take me there.
Yeah, you gotta go there, but yeah, but I noticed what I did notice a lot from last time, like from years ago, is that you will try to de-escalate it first, versus years ago you wouldn't try. You like what? Somebody that told you wrong. Yeah, but I've seen, over the years as you grow and mature, and you always give good advice. I'll tell you that. You always try to give good advice. You definitely do that.
But BXJ, yes, we were definitely partners in crime. Even though we didn't commit no crimes, but yes, we was partners in crime.
Well,
she rocked our role.
I just say again, I'm glad to hear that she has a friend like you. I'm going to kind of use this as a segue to go into our subject matter for tonight. There was a request that we look back into the alpha, beta, delta, sigma, and gamma personality types. And so, do you want to?
Dominant.
So, Mecca, do you want to start with the men or the women?
We're going to start SMM Jeezy. Salute to you as well. Salute to everybody that came and said, "Oh, FTC, I didn't see you. How you doing?" Salute to you too. Everybody that came and be supporting my channel and Team Guardian. I appreciate y'all. Let's start with the men this time. Reverse it. But I want you to start first this time.
Okay, we're going to start with the men. All right. So we have alpha, beta, gamma, omega, delta, and sigma. So there's 6 basic personality types based on this particular philosophy. I'm sure you may have seen, online, there's a lot of different types. There's the Myers-Briggs type that has the INJ and those different letter combinations. There's also another test that's out, came out within the past 10 years, which is the DISC assessment, DISC, and I forget what DISC stands for. Excuse me, but it's another type of personality assessment. But the one that was chosen about a month ago, we did a show live that talked about the alpha, beta, gamma, omega, delta, sigma, and the Greek alphabet designation. So we're going to focus on that one. So let's start with I'm going to start with the sigma. I'm going to go backwards. Because a lot of people, we start with the alpha and people get stuck on the alpha. Everybody thinks they're an alpha. They're like, yeah, I'm strong, I'm aggressive, I'm outspoken. And a lot of times that's the a-hole. But so let's back off of that. And I'm going to start with the sigma. And so there's different designations for the male and for the female. But as Mecca requested, we're going to start with the male personality. So the sigma. The sigma is known for being super smart and they're extremely attractive. So what does that mean? We don't mean physically attractive. We mean the Sigma is the person who can just walk in the room and their presence is felt. So it's not necessarily a physical, they're attractive by sight, they're attracted by spirit. They tend to be the mastermind behind things. The Sigma is the type that doesn't have to stand out front. The Sigma knows how to lead from behind and still be able to get everyone to do exactly what they wanted them to do to get the task done. So in essence, the Sigma is a very productive member of the team that doesn't always have to stand out front. They don't have to be the leader, but they still find a way to help everyone feel comfortable enough to fall in line with doing exactly what they wanted them to do. The Sigma is also very ambitious, and he's his own boss. A Sigma may tend to set his own rules and be able to follow them and follow through. Okay, any questions or comments so far about the Sigma?
No, just keep going.
Okay. Okay, so the Delta. The Delta tends to be modest and hardworking. So the Delta isn't the type that's doing things for fame or doing things for gain. The Delta is typically going to be the person who does what he loves. And so we saw in some of the movies that we seen, one time we saw this gentleman in the end, he decided he started out as, stealing cars and things like that. I forget which movie that was. But in the end, he just wanted to be a florist. I take that back. That was in the Police Academy movie. I think it was Hightower. He ended up wanting to be just a florist. So he wasn't this big, tough cop after all. He really, once he got an understanding of who he was as a person, even though he was this big, after all, he was this big 6'7", big black guy with all these muscles and everything. He realized that he didn't want to play to his physique. He wanted to play to his soul. And in his soul, he just wanted to grow flowers and do things that were more gentle in life. The Delta typically wants attention, but they can't seem to find a way to get it. The Delta works hard, but is unable to draw attention. They don't have these magnetic spirits. They're like the one who has to try a little bit harder to be seen because they just don't have that magnetism in their spirit. The Omega. So the male Omega tends to be very skillful and self-sufficient. The Omega may tend to be the odd one out of the pack. Omegas are the ones who typically don't fit in and don't try. Because there's a lot of people who don't fit in and they try to fit in. Omegas don't fit in and they're perfectly comfortable with it. They'll create their own lane if they have to, because they're not going to try to fit in, but they typically don't. They tend to be more laid back. Omegas are like, they're not chasing success or money. Omegas tend to try to shine independently. The Omega wants.
Hold that thought. Mama B, you're not a male. This is the males, Mama B. Go ahead.
Okay. The male may tend to shine independently of anything that they have. Like Omegas, they don't feel, like I said, they don't feel like they want you to see, they want to shine because of their money or their accomplishments or anything like that. The Omega male wants you to like him for him, period. And he's nothing at all like the alpha or the beta, which we'll go into the alpha and the beta. And he's quite just the opposite of him. Like, again, he's the odd man out and perceives life from a totally different perspective. And Omegas don't try to chase anything. They want you to just appreciate them for who they are. So if we go next to the Gamma male. The Gamma male tends to be more introverted and sensitive. The Gamma male is, more of an intuitive type of person. They're thinkers. They'll tend to try to try to please, and they go that extra mile to try to please. They may, so to speak, be, as we call them, the yes man, unfortunately. So the gamma, they're the plans. They're the people that you. I always say the gamma type of person. Gamma people are people that just talk. They may come up with 10 different wonderful plans. They'll tell you what they could do, what they could be doing, what they could have been doing, what they could have accomplished. And they'll tell you all the things that you could be doing with your life, but they're sitting back not doing anything. The gamma man is the talker. They'll come up with a lot of plans, but they lack determination. They lack focus. These guys don't have no hustle. They just talk. So, and the beta. The beta is also modest and easygoing, somewhat like the delta. But the big difference between the delta and the beta is that the beta is more of the ideal husband type. We talked about how the delta can't seem to get attention. It's like the beta, the beta knows how to balance between getting the attention and really getting the type of attention that a man should want to get, because he doesn't want the attention of every woman, but he knows how to chemically and through the right energy and the right spiritual connection, he knows how to attract and maintain the attention of the one woman that's of interest. And he usually has an easier time finding the right woman. Betas are also hard workers. They're typically not the person that's trying to be the best or do the best. Betas more like they like stability. So a beta is going to work hard enough for things to be good, but not so hard that he's going to lose sight of his partner and his family. So the beta won't be a workaholic, but he will be the person that has a stable paycheck. Then to the alpha. So the alpha is dominating and charismatic, the born leader. And the alpha tends to understand his priorities and is always utilizing his time. However, the beta lacks the ability to have compassion for others and respect others' boundaries, which is why alphas tend to be in your space, in your face. You know, they're always look at me types, because of that one fatal flaw that they have. They lack compassion for others, and they lack the ability to respect the boundaries of others. When dealing with alphas, a lot of times you will have to step back and ask them, how would you feel if this was done to you? Because they really lack the ability to see that. Any questions or comments? Let's stop and talk about the male personalities.
Nope, we just recapping because the person that wanted to do this, I don't see them in the chat. I'm looking for them, so we just recapping.
Okay, I'll keep going. So we want to now talk about the female personalities. Just go right into it.
Yeah, go right into it.
Alrighty then, we'll do that. Okay, so the alpha female. I'll start from the beginning with those. The alpha female.
Wait. Yes. Is Mama B got a question?
Yes.
I just seen it.
I can't see the chat.
I'm getting ready. You see it? You see it on the screen?
Beta hardworking or no? Okay. The beta male. He's hardworking, but he's balanced. Because like the alpha is going to be a workaholic because the alpha is always trying to be the best. The beta, he's hardworking, but he's more balanced with it. Like he'll work hard if you're trying to accomplish a goal. You know, he might work some overtime to help us get a down payment on a house or get the furnace fixed or get those new shoes you wanted or something. But he won't be working so much overtime that he's not also spending enough time with his family. Because he's not trying to be the best and do it all. He's just trying to do enough to keep the family stable and happy, but he will do extra if necessary, but not
Yeah,
regular.
yeah, because the beta male, he avoids conflicts. So he would be the person that you would consider the nice guy, stable, pleasant, dependable. Sometimes you might say he's submissive.
Right,
Yeah.
because
Right.
because the beta male is trying to stay balanced. He's trying to keep everything balanced.
Right.
He's sensible and reliable. Okay.
Right. And the alpha male is dominating, courageous and brave, powerful, protective of others. They have high self-esteem. They self-confident. They assertive. They outgoing. They aggressive, highly driven, physical strength, and popular with the women. I don't know about all that, but yeah, that's what it say. You know.
Clarice, because I was lost. I'm trying to understand. She said, okay. Okay, I guess Clarice,
We'll
let us
recap
know if
it.
you're still trying to understand something. We'll go back, okay?
Yeah.
Put it in the chat so we'll know which one before we go on to the females, because we're about to go right into the women. Are you okay, Clarice? New York Nikki gave a thumbs up.
And the reason why, once again, the sigma male would be not the alpha male. The number one is because he has the personality and the traits to be the alpha and the beta.
Right. The Sigma male is smart and extremely attractive, and he's a mastermind. And he's super ambitious, and he's his own boss. So that sounds like an alpha, but the difference between the two is that, like I said, the Sigma is attractive spiritually. Like that's the person that just walks into a room and has a commanding presence before they even have to open their mouth. And it's more the presence than it is the physical appearance. And he's a mastermind, which means that he doesn't have to be the leader out in front. He doesn't have to take credit. He doesn't, but he still manages to know how to get people to do what he wants them to do and behave the way he wants them to behave. So he can be a manipulator, but he's not out front trying to get all of the attention like the alpha will be.
Right.
Okay, so we can go into the females. Just want to make sure I don't get my notes mixed up. Okay, so the females.
Correct. 7:30. That is correct. The alpha male is a leader, but the sigma male is the leader.
Right, because the alpha male might be out front putting his face and his name on everything when really the sigma was probably behind the scenes making everything happen.
Like Bill Gates with Microsoft.
Yeah, he had peons. He had little minions everywhere. Yep.
Right.
So
Yes,
on to
Sigma is the planner of all. That is correct, BXJ. Let me go back in the over here so I can pin so you can be seeing some of this
yes,
stuff.
BXJ, the Sigma. They often call him the mastermind. So he's like behind everything. He can also be. I'm purposely not using the word manipulator because sometimes they can be called a manipulator, but when we hear manipulation, that has a negative connotation. So I'm trying not to use the word manipulator. I'm using the word mastermind more so because he's not, the Sigma doesn't seek to harm. He seeks not to harm, but he seeks to get positive results all the time. So that's why I said I want to use the word mastermind more so than the word manipulator. But he does know how to convince, the sheep to all run in a straight line as they go back into the fold. That's the Sigma that knows how to do that, without taking credit for it.
Right.
So, matter of fact, since we're talking so much about the Sigma, let's talk about the Sigma female first.
Okay.
So the Sigma female, she's proud and charismatic, and we know what it's like to be prideful. That's the high achiever. She's opinionated, headstrong, and unique. So just listening to that, doesn't it sound like that would be an alpha? But that's not. That's a Sigma. And just to hear those same traits about the alpha,
Hold on.
it says on one hand, the Sigma female is super smart and I'm sorry,
Hold that thought.
it says on one hand, the Sigma female is proud and charismatic. So just like how we talked about the Sigma male, that he's attractive, but it's not necessarily physical, it's spiritual. So the Sigma female is charismatic. That means that she's the girl with all the charisma and making everyone feel warm and welcome when they're around her. And she's
Do you
proud.
mind?
Go
Do
ahead.
you mind? Because AB had a question. It says, "Do you feel a man can live more than one?" Saying the alpha, a sigma. Wait. Alpha, sigma
Alpha and
as
Sigma.
one, or is that false? Yes,
Okay.
but only the sigma can do it.
So yeah, that was one of the topics that came up the first time we did this. That was the big question: was do you have to be one? Do you have to say that people you have to pick one, or you're being fake? Or can people adjust and adapt to different personalities at different times? So, of course, we all have a different opinion about it.
Right.
But just from the data, from the research of this study, according to what this study says, only the Sigma can shapeshift their personality in a healthy way that's real.
Right.
Every other personality that shapeshifts based on the situation, they're not being genuine. It's only the Sigma personalities that really can shapeshift because they genuinely, innately have all of those characteristics inside of them. They can be humble and proud. They can be, ambitious and modest. They can be hardworking and balance what's going on. So the Sigma is the only one, and kind of the Beta a little bit, because the Beta likes to stay balanced. So I would say the Sigma and maybe the Beta are the only ones that can genuinely shapeshift because they're more complete as people. They possess all the different traits, and they know how to use them constructively.
Right. Go ahead.
Okay. So, like I was saying, the Sigma female is proud and charismatic, and we heard earlier that the Sigma male is attractive. So that's to say that's one of the things that they both have in common. The Sigma female and the Sigma male are people that can just be in the room and automatically their presence is felt. With the female, it's because it's more her personality. With the male, it's going to be his spirit. Because the Sigma female is charismatic, as opposed to the Alpha female. Her personality, she tends to be charming and intelligent. So let's talk about the difference between the Sigma female being proud and charismatic and the Alpha female being charming and intelligent. Okay, so if we remember the Joker and the Batman, the Joker is charming. Okay? But to be charismatic means that you're compassionately making people happy who are around you. To be charming is more like being manipulative. To be able to charm something. That's almost like the Pied Piper in how he led the mice out of the village, is that he charmed them with his flute. So to be charming isn't necessarily a positive trait, if we look at that. And that's one of the things that the alphas possess, is this great wit to be able to charm people. One of the other places we saw is in the Prince of Egypt cartoon. If you've seen that, or if you've seen old Bugs Bunny cartoons, they talk about they depict the snake charmer, and how we can even go to the Bible and how the serpent charmed Eve into eating the apple off the tree. So as we see throughout history and throughout entertainment, to charm something, to charm someone, isn't considered a positive trait, because it's almost like you're putting them under a temporary trance just to get them to do what you want them to do at this time. It's a form of manipulation. And the Sigma female is charismatic. To have charisma simply means that you're, a fun, lovable, positive, you make people feel good when they're around you type of person. It's not that you're manipulating them to do anything or be a certain way. Being charismatic has to do with how you make people feel when you're in their presence. So, again, to be charming and to be charismatic are two different things. And there are some people that, you may be in the same room with, and it's not, I like to bring up the analogy of going to a car dealership when you go to buy a car. A lot of times people can talk you into buying things that you wouldn't normally buy, or buying something that's more expensive than what you would have normally bought. That's when you've been charmed. And that person's not charismatic, because if they were just being charismatic, they would be just giving you a pleasant experience while you buy the thing that you would normally buy, and they wouldn't be trying to get you to do more than what you would normally do. So we can see there the difference between charm and manipulation. Yeah, influencing. Thank you, Mama B. To be an influencer is a good way to say to manipulate. BXJ said a player. Okay, yep. Yeah, okay, yep. You're welcome, 7:30. I'm glad we could serve you. We're always trying to feed your mind and give you tools that so you can go out into the world and change things for yourself for the better. We're just trying to give you some tools. Okay, so that's the first trait, just comparing the alpha and the sigma. I'm going to go in between to the beta, gamma, omega, and delta, but I just want to make sure I compare the extremes first. So the next thing about the sigma is the sigma is considered a high achiever, the high achiever. And the alpha is considered the rock star. Okay, so put in the chat what you might think will be the difference between being a high achiever, which is the sigma, and being a rock star, which is the alpha. Because you should be able to just from hearing those two terms and hearing what I've said before about the difference between charm and charisma, you should kind of be able to devise that there's a difference between being a rock star and being a high achiever. Because you can be a high achiever and be a rock star, but not every rock star is a high achiever. If we just think about the entertainment industry and what it means to be a rock star, you can be a rock star at anything, but you can't be, but a rock star is not necessarily a high achiever at anything. So let me play that back. You can be a high achiever and be a rock star, but you can anyway. I don't want to trip over my own words, but they are not linearly interchangeable. A rock star doesn't have to. A rock star may not be a high achiever at anything, but a high achiever could be a rock star at several things. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you, 7:30. You caught it. A rock star is for people. High achieving is usually for self. Yeah, if we think about rock stars, I mean, entertainers, rock stars, what do they? I mean, I would say, and this is even good. This is even a good comparison between. Okay, I'll say Michael Jackson is a rock star. He was a rock star, definitely. Good entertainer, put on a good show. But Prince was a high achiever. And if you look at the accolades of the two different people, everything down to how they carried themselves, how they carried forward their legacy, how they passed on their talent. Prince was responsible for not only creating a career for himself, but also propelling the careers of other people forward. I mean, he handed the song "If I Were Your Girlfriend" to TLC and said that when he heard them sing it, he was like, look, he was going to charge him for it, but he was like, never mind, you did it better than me. And the song "If I Was Your Girlfriend," same thing with Nothing Compares. Sinead O'Connor performed it and he was like, you know what, you can have it. But if we think back, how many songs can you think of did Michael Jackson write and let someone else perform it? Because he was the rock star. He always wanted to be out front. And really, okay, let's go back even one step farther. How many songs did Michael Jackson actually write? There we go. There's the answer.
How many what?
How many songs did Michael Jackson actually write?
A lot.
Okay. He performed a lot of songs.
He wrote a lot of songs too. We're going to do a history on that. We can do that.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Not by himself. And that was one of the main comparisons that people, when they were talking about Prince versus Michael Jackson, they were talking about how much stuff that Prince has that's exclusively his.
But there is no
brain with no help.
There is no Prince versus Michael Jackson. They different genres.
And no, they were talking about skill levels as artists. But yeah, I was just using those
me,
two.
both of them is good. Both of them are good to me. I don't see Prince better than him or him better than Prince. Both of them they the men's. They the men.
So, but if we speak on the high achiever versus the rock star, and we look at as artists, what they were able to actually achieve as artists, so far as writing music, mentoring younger people on how to write and how to perform the music, performing and developing their style and evolving over time. Because that was one of the things that Prince was honored for, was how as he got older, he actually evolved himself into a more mature artist. And we saw him grow up. Michael Jackson was avoiding growing up. But that's a whole other. I don't want to go too far into the debate about the two stars and their differences in how they delivered their talent to the public. But Michael Jackson was definitely the rock star. And Prince was the one that was considered to be the high achiever. He was the writer. He was the one that played over 20 instruments. And he was the one that danced but didn't just dance. And how much he was able to perform. We never saw Michael Jackson play an instrument other than his feet, which, okay, we'll give him that. He got a patent on the Smooth Criminal lean. So we'll give him that. But never saw him play an instrument. So, SMMGZ, glad you're here. Peace to you. So that was just to give an analogy of the rock star versus the high achiever, because the high achiever has done work. The rock star has stood out front and gotten attention. Okay, so the next trait with the Sigma female, the Sigma is And the Sigma female is opinionated, headstrong, and unique. Opinionated, headstrong, and unique. To be opinionated, they say, you know, opinions are like, I'll say, belly buttons. Everyone's got one. And to be headstrong, yeah, that just means you're stubborn. But to be unique about it means that you must have knowledge about several different things to have a headstrong position enough to have a lot of different opinions about a lot of different stuff. So in essence, the description of the Sigma automatically insinuates that this is a person of knowledge. They're unique, headstrong, opinionated, they're a high achiever, and charismatic, and proud. Those are all traits that lead to something that we can describe with one word. It's called substance. That's a person of substance. As opposed to the alpha also has the trait of being opinionated, but the alpha is opinionated, dominating, and strong-willed. So what's the difference between being headstrong, like the Sigma, and dominating, like the alpha? It's kind of obvious between the two words. A headstrong person is just a person that's going to stick to their convictions until you convince them otherwise. And until they have a convincing story otherwise, they believe what they believe and they're going to stand behind it. To be dominating just means that I want everybody to believe what I believe and I don't have any respect for anything else. That's disrespectful. And when you disrespect other people just because they don't agree with you, that makes you immature. So again, that person, the alpha, is lacking substance. And they're also strong-willed. So it can also oftentimes be confusing when we see a person that's strong-willed versus a person who just may be ambitious but careful and calculating. So a headstrong person and a strong-willed person may be seen as equal. But sometimes that you can be strong-willed and be completely misguided. And that just makes you go really, really strong in the wrong direction, or you're standing up for something that you don't even really understand what you're standing up for. And you're just standing for it to be able to stand for something. And that's more or less what the guiding spirit is behind the alpha, because the alpha a lot of times is misguided, has a lot of misguided strength, misguided energy. Okay, I lost you. Okay, where'd I lose you?
Let's move on.
Okay, I'll keep going. And mind you, we are talking about the female here. So if I said he or him, I apologize. I may have mixed it up because we are talking about female personalities here. Okay, so we did the compare and contrast between the alpha and the Sigma. Now let's go to the beta. So the beta is sensible and reliable and mistrustworthy and sweet and caring and supportive. So just to compare, the beta male was the man who we saw, one of the descriptions said he's the ideal husband, and he seeks balance, and he's hardworking, but he won't overwork because he doesn't want, he's not going to work so much that he doesn't pay attention to his wife and his family. He tries to keep everything balanced. So it sounds like
he's non-confrontational.
And he's non-confrontational. And the beta female is sweet, caring, and supportive. So if we have a non-confrontational person and a sensible, reliable, sweet, caring, and supportive person, you would think we would have the perfect couple. But as we know, sometimes if you have a non-confrontational person and you have another person who's just trying to be sweet and supportive, sometimes a lot of things can fall between the cracks, and they end up having a lot of unresolved issues because neither one of them wants to face the ugly truths because they both have such sweet personalities. Um, so we'll go on to the gamma female. The gamma female is goal oriented and intelligent. She's a superb planner. She's tactful and informative and clever. The
Ah,
gamma, go ahead.
no, I'm saying go ahead, preach.
So the gamma female, she reminds me of the
Me?
character that, huh?
Me? But go
The
ahead.
superb planner, tactful and informative. Okay, clever. Yes, goal oriented, intelligent. Um, just to name a popular figure. Um, I remember Gabrielle Union's character in, I think it was Bad Boys 2, when she was trying to become a detective. You know, she just had everything planned down to the wire, down to the moment, every single thing that she was going to do, and was just all planned out. And her brother was just getting in the way. Martin Lawrence's character was just, he was just crashing her party because she had everything planned out to the letter. And that is the gamma person. She's the gamma female sets a goal, sets a plan to get to the goal, does everything in order, checks off all of her boxes in order to accomplish that goal. And she's clever. She's going to be the person that's going to be very adaptable to figure out a way. She's trying to get from goal A to goal B, and something comes up, she's going to consider it a detour, not a deterrent, and she's going to find a way around it. And she's going to get from A to B to C as planned. Even if it doesn't happen in the appropriate time that she planned, it will happen in the order that she planned. So you can see some of the issues that a gamma female may have in a relationship when, if you consider the gamma male is introverted, he's super sensitive, and he's a yes man. So imagine what could happen if you put a gamma female and a gamma male together. Because the gamma male has big plans but lacks determination, and he lacks focus. And that gamma female is planning everything to the letter. Yeah, that sounds like either that can be a very nice ride with her in the driver's seat, or that's a disaster. So the Omega man, the Omega female, sorry. Omega female she's skillful and straightforward. She's the nerd. She's intelligent, even to a point of childishness. This is the person that has book sense but no common sense. And you can tell it because she tends to be messy. Messy as in doesn't keep her room clean, won't keep her house clean, won't keep her apartment clean. If we know people, we have friends that seem to be very, very intelligent people, but you're hesitant to go to their house and you definitely would not eat their food. That's the Omega. So in contrast to the Omega male is skillful and self-sufficient. You know, he's the odd man out of the wolf pack because he doesn't fit in and doesn't try. You know,
Look, we got a funny right now.
What?
Okay, read the comment. He said, "Oh, L. Cotton said, okay, Miss Science. I thought we was talking about science. LLL, just joking."
Oh, I'm not all science. I'm a person too. Not all about the science. As a matter of fact, the person I built myself to be is the reason why I was able to get to where I am in the science. That's the more important part. Film at 11. So yeah, so the Omega, we were talking about the Omega female and the Omega male. Yeah, so I mean, if the Omega female skillful and straightforward. She's the nerd, very intelligent, but childish and messy. If you pair her up with this omega male, and he's skillful and self-sufficient, he's the odd one out of the pack, but will make his own way. He's laid back and not chasing success or money. I mean, that sounds like a train wreck too. Put those two together. Because if he's skillful and self-sufficient and is going to make his own way and he's not chasing money, and she's book smart, no common sense, and won't keep the house clean, they're going to get on each other's nerves. So that's just my opinion. So the Delta female, she's introverted and carefree. She's kind of soft-spoken, doesn't have to always be a part of the conversation, but she's kind of a free spirit. She doesn't, you don't rattle her feathers easily. She's not super sensitive. She's a free-spirited person. She's very, very centered, peaceful, quiet, and relaxed. This is a person that's just laid back. You may or may not ever completely know what she's thinking, because she's just kind of laid back, kind of quiet, and participating from a distance. Doesn't necessarily have to insert herself in anything and isn't worried about whether or not she gets attention. She's just kind of doing her own thing most of the time. And so if we compare that to the Delta male, just to go back, the Delta male is modest and hardworking. He wants attention but can't seem to get it. And he works hard, but he's unable to draw attention to his work. So they both just seem kind of laid back, but the Delta, at least the Delta male, he's working hard and trying to get attention. The Delta female is just like, whatever. So they probably don't even notice each other. She sounds sweet. Yeah, she does. So any questions or comments about that recap?
Well, 7:30 said he got a better understanding now, so I think it was rather good.
So is anyone feeling like you could go in the chat, or if you want to come up on the stage, you're welcome. I mean, the link is there. Is anyone feeling like they changed their mind about which one they thought they were? I remember, Mecca, you said that you thought you were an alpha, and which one do you believe you are now?
I've been told you I was a gamma before we even came on live. I've been told you that I'm a gamma.
Okay, let's look at a few more details about the gamma. So we're going to understand Miss Mama Mecca, and see if we can get a little bit more information about that gamma female. So that gamma female, okay, she likes to be the catch. She can use tactics to get a man and then settle with him. Okay, so we know we've heard about your tactics, especially with home dude that just got fired. But yeah, oh well. She knows what she wants and makes long-term plans in life. The gamma woman can't dominate, but she keeps the information about a gamma woman can't dominate, but she keeps the information about people and resources that she can use to achieve what she wants. Okay, it says you can't dominate. I don't know about that.
No. But read after it said, because I don't dominate. I use.
Keeps information. Yeah.
And
resources.
And I use it to my advantage.
Yes, that is what it says. Use people and she can keeps information and resources that she can use to achieve what she wants. And
Oh,
this is the one that I think definitely resonates with you. She is comfortable in her own skin. She is intelligent enough to understand which man is worthy of her. And a Gamma woman never stays in a relationship that is not a right fit. She is goal oriented and otherwise cooperative. This woman will help her friends, but not let them waste her time.
oh. I told you I'm the gamma.
A Gamma woman knows her worth and how to achieve what she wants.
I told you.
Gamma Bama said with nothing.
I can rock with you, El Copper.
El Copper.
Stop it, El Copper. We just trying to you stop it.
Gamma Bama Slammer. Nothing when he hit with that hammer. Okay.
But yeah, that would be my personality. We talking about the personalities of people, El Copper.
Yes, personality.
He wasn't here in the beginning anyway, so.
He wasn't. I think he came in like toward the end.
And
Okay.
between me and you, he is a little slightly mentally retarded.
Oh.
Just a little bit, not a lot, just a little bit. Oh, he about to curse me out in that chat. Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I done started it.
Well, let's see. Let's see if you would be compatible with the Gamma male. Because
Nope.
it says that the Gamma male
Nope.
is nothing like the alphas or the betas.
Nope.
A Gamma male is a shy guy.
Nope.
This guy isn't persistent enough to achieve his goals. Oh my
Nope.
gosh. He has an issue to focus on things he starts, and so he has a lot of unfinished projects.
He got the see. You know what? He would be a liability.
Yeah, sounds like
He would be a liability for my personality, right?
Yeah.
He would definitely be a liability. He would be in the way. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't handle unfinished projects. Like that's kind of what keeps me focused, what keeps me motivated is the finish line. I always like to see the finished product. I've always said even if I'm never going to use it, once I start something, I have to see it finished.
Monique Johnson, thank you for the support, and I appreciate you coming over.
Poor Gamma. Yeah, Mama B,
Yeah,
Gamma man. It says Gamma.
Yeah,
it says
on,
Gamma man. Yeah, it says Gamma males always have big plans, but he most often fails because of his lack of determination and persistence. He just can't stick to it.
Oh, bless his heart.
They are often the yes man in the office,
No,
always nodding to the boss
no.
and taking off more on their plate than they can taking off more on their plate than they can chew. They bite off more than they can chew.
See, once again, he would not be a good fit for me because I can't be with a person that, because my personality is kind of dominant. I ain't going front, it is. I can't be with somebody that's going to let me walk over them.
But is your personality dominant or are you just headstrong? Do you believe what you believe and you're going to stand on it?
That's it. I'm headstrong.
Because dominant means that you try to take over other people's thought processes, and if they don't agree with you,
Nah. I don't want to take over your process.
Yeah,
I might give you a different way to look at it, but
right. But you're not gonna just tell somebody, no, that's wrong because it's different from what you think.
Right.
See, that's not dominant. That's headstrong.
Well, I'll take headstrong. I'll take that for 200, Alex.
My favorite show. I love Jeopardy.
I bet you do.
So yeah, the Gamma man, it says it. Oh my gosh, yeah, no, you completely can't even listen to him because it says the Gamma man, they keep things in their minds and will never give you an honest opinion or advice. So like that's the person that you asking for advice and they're like, well, I mean, you got to do what's best for you.
El Compa, what?
Don't you hate
El
that?
Compa. El Compa, did Cosa Multi and what the
El Compa,
El Compa?
or nothing. I don't understand.
You got us on that one. You got
Cosma towing. Is he talking about cosmology? I see Cosmo, and the rest of it I
Yeah,
don't understand. I don't know
yeah.
what that word is. Right, New
Cosmo
York Nikki. What is
always.
he? We're looking at him sideways. We
He
are.
said,
Thank you, New
is
York
that a
Nikki.
word?
No, it's not.
He said, ye, personality, Cosmo, whatever that's supposed to be. Is that a word? No.
No, it's not a word. Nope, nope, not a
You
word.
can't just be making up words, El Compa, that don't make sense. See, like rule makes sense.
What? I, okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Because I don't even know
I
why.
don't know where to go now. Oh, okay.
Oh, maybe he on the stuff, Mama B. He on the stuff.
Okay, so
Mama
here's
B,
what
I
we
gave
need
you a
for El
wrench. Why you not showing up? Because I gave you a wrench.
We need here's what we need for El Compa, the beta woman, beta female. See, the beta female is a good listener. So she might be able to figure out that word he wrote there.
No.
And
What?
so
What? El Compa. Okay. If you gonna speak in Ebonics, man, you gonna have, because we not understanding. You won't understand. Whatever.
whatever rhymes. I think he said rhymes,
Oh, he
personality.
trying to rhyme with personality. He trying to rhyme with the word personality. Okay, I got you. I got you.
What are we, rappers now? We're poets?
Oh,
We're
yeah.
trying to rhyme?
El Compa. El Compa. Yeah, he's a underground rapper.
Oh, okay.
He ain't no
Okay.
rapper though in real life. He's just a rapper on YouTube.
Okay. I'm sitting here in the Dead Poets Society trying to figure it out. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Okay.
just El Compa.
So yeah, so our beta male, so
Mhm.
he's supposed to be the ideal husband for all the ladies. They're nice guys, soft spoken, good natured, modest, easygoing, responsible. And he keeps his word, and he's the quiet type who listens more than he talks.
Ooh.
So it says the beta personalities never come in the limelight. They're always overshadowed by more dominant friends. Beta males have confidence issues. Okay, I don't know about that part.
Yeah, I don't
Okay,
want him either. He ain't confident, so he can't.
yeah, yeah, he's gonna get overlooked. Even when they have the quality to impress others, they feel that they might do something awkward. So sounds like the beta male is not completely comfortable in his own skin.
Well, he need to
Um,
stay over there.
okay, in professional life, a beta male is often ignored. Really, his potential is not
Who
noticed by
said
his
that?
boss. So he doesn't get the appreciation and promotion as much as he deserves. Because they're faithful and somewhat submissive, women prefer to get married to betas. The betas form long lasting, stable relationships and they have satisfactory married lives. That just sounds so basic and boring.
Boring.
I mean, is she really happy? Because, dude, he sounds very, I don't know.
Till the football game come on.
Okay, so I wanted to get more into the omega because that's the one we got a clear understanding of the gamma, but the omega was a little obscure.
Who, the female or the male or both?
Both. So let me start with
Oh,
the omega female. Okay, so well, actually, I think we understand the Omega female pretty well. Well, no, I'll go into the notes anyway. So, it says Omega female is smart, skillful, straight, and straightforward. This woman is a child at heart and often has unrealistic expectations. Yeah, this is the one that's book smart only. um, uh, books it has book sense and no common sense, and kind of childish. Um, An Omega woman is intelligent, smart, can take care of herself. She isn't a people pleaser and prefers her own company. This woman is knowledgeable because she is always updated. She is often the nerd type. At the office, she likes to complete projects alone rather than work in a group. An Omega woman always puts herself first. Hmm, okay. She
Selfish.
would
So technically, she's selfish. Is that what you?
she's it sounds like she's self-centered.
Okay.
Um, she would help when asked, but won't come all the way to save you. It's because she lives in her own world and doesn't notice others. She isn't
Oh.
bothered about what. Right. She sounds like she's inside of her head most of the time. She isn't bothered about what others think of her, and she expresses her own views without hesitation. An Omega
Oh.
woman is sensitive and emotional, only that she refuses to show the world. If you if you have her as a friend, you will learn a lot from her. She isn't very organized, and you'll find she clutters her home, but she enjoys being messy and laid back. Have to wash the dishes and hang up your clothes. Anyway, in romantic relationships, she has a secret desire to have a fairy tale romance because deep down she's a child at heart. She will either be in a lovey-dovey relationship with her man, or she would prefer to be alone. Um,
Um,
this reminds me of the chick from that show Insecure
I
somehow.
was just getting ready to say, sound like she's very insecure. She need to
Yeah,
get security.
she's like brains only, and I agree, has unrealistic expectations, and
Right.
sounds like she lives inside her head. She's not really paying attention to what's going on in the world around her. Um, okay, so let's see. The Omega male, like we said, he's the odd one out of the pack. This guy, he's competitive and laid back and can make his own lane.
And who is that?
Rick Rocket. Oh, okay. Making me work dice rocket. Oh, I was just looking at Monique Jasmine's um, comments in the chat, making sure I didn't miss anything. So, the Omega male, it's the odd one out of the wolf pack. This guy's competitive, laid back, and has a laid back attitude in life and forms his own lane. So it says the Omega male he's the odd man out. He perceives life from a totally different perspective, and this guy isn't chasing success, money, or women. As I stated earlier, the Omega man, he wants you to like him for him. He's like not going to try to impress you with anything else. And Omega man is laid back, and when others are competing for promotions and expensive houses or lavish cars, this guy will sit on the porch, on the couch, sit on the porch or on the couch and play video games. He is skillful and self sufficient, but he isn't interested in participating in the rat race. They are often considered as the social rejects because of their inability to fetch high paying jobs or grab attention from women. At his
And who is
office,
that? Who is that?
this is the Omega man.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. They're like bums. This reminds me of Baby Boy.
Yeah, I'm clutching my pearls. Oh, oh my
At
God.
his office, he likes to do things on his own. He isn't a good team player at all. He wears his pride and likes to show off his achievements, but he ain't trying to achieve nothing. Wait a minute, this is contradictory. Anyway, an Omega man loves to stand out in the crowd and enjoys it when people rely on him.
Oh,
Okay, so An omega male is often the
Oh,
most
so he's
intelligent.
needy. So he's needy. That's the
Yeah, this is
clean. See? That's that.
This is Captain Save-A-Hole. He has to find someone who needs him. He needs
Yeah,
to be needed.
yeah. He needs to be needed. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, an omega man is often the most intelligent one among his peers, although not quite successful. So he's like real smart and just don't try that hard.
So he just one of those smart, stupid people. Okay.
He
What?
wears his pride and likes to. Okay, I read that already. Sorry. In his love life, he would control his partner and want things done as he wants. He's the guy who takes care of his girl but wants his own space. This guy would always see that his needs are met in a relationship. He dislikes women who seek a lot of attention or are demanding. So this is the dude with the gut that comes home from work and just wants to sit in his chair and wants you to bring him a beer and go somewhere and shut up.
So let me get a clear understanding of it. So this is so this is the guy, right? That will be living with a woman on Section 8 and then say he the man of the house.
Sounds like it.
Okay, I'm just checking.
I could picture that.
I'm just checking.
Yeah, this is, you know who, this is Al Bundy. That's what I mean. This is sounding like Al Bundy.
Oh, you know what? That's
From Love and Marriage.
Yes, that's a fact. Yeah.
Yeah, it
I
says
got
that
it,
omega male is
You know
difficult to
what?
please and has
I'm glad.
unrealistic
You know what?
expectations.
I'm really glad that we recapped this. I really am. Because I have to have a talk with several people.
I mean,
I'm going to have a talk with these people. These is two particular people that I need to have a conversation with because I have to let them know that they is the total opposite of what they really think they are.
yeah, yeah, we might have
And
a
I'm gonna be diplomatic about it.
Uh-oh. When you
I'm
get
gonna be
diplomatic, that's worse than me.
Huh?
Cause you like your diplomacy is dangerous.
Okay, well
But
then I'm gonna be nice.
no, oh, that's worse. No, be diplomatic. Half Past is multitasking. He said he's watching us. He's watching us from his son's iPad, and he's watching Dice
So is
from his
Nikki
phone.
and
And Monique
BXJ.
Kingston.
BX,
Oh,
that's
BXJ.
BXJ.
Okay. Thank you guys for
Hey,
multitasking. We
it's me.
appreciate you.
Hey, how you doing this me?
We definitely appreciate you, and we hope you're getting information to help you understand yourself and what personality types you might mesh well with and which ones you don't. This omega male, I mean, he just seems, I don't know.
Oh
Like I
nah, he
said,
need to throw
I'm
him
just
in the
thinking about
trash.
Al Bundy from Love and Marriage.
Throw him in
So,
the trash. No, that
so
ain't
let
it.
me, yeah. So I mean, if we're gonna throw him in the trash, let's just make him Oscar the Grouch. Let me get this last little bit out just to make sure
No,
everybody
no,
knows.
no, 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 no,
This
no.
goes completely.
You say he be playing the PlayStation and all that, right? So that
Yes.
is the man, right? Like I said, that be living off a woman playing her kids PlayStation and she on Section 8 and he talking about he the man of the house and he pay all the bills.
Yes, I mean it's
Okay.
a dangerous combination of Baby Boy and Al Bundy. I mean, it's like you crash you slam those two together. It's the omega male. It says that an omega male is difficult to please and has unrealistic expectations that are most often not fulfilled. How can you be unrealistic and still be unfulfilled? How
So what? Because
it
he's
said,
unrealistically fulfilled.
it's crazy. Difficult to please, unrealistic expectations that are often not fulfilled. And because of this, they can end up staying single. Omega women are the perfect match for this type of man. Oh my gosh.
Oh wow. Oh, baby.
Like I said, when I was reading just reading them earlier, I mean, I felt like two Omegas was a train wreck. But it
I
says that
still
two
do.
Omegas,
I still feel they two Omegas is a train wreck.
uh, you know what? Maybe we have to consider this. It'll be their
So
train
so
wreck.
so think about this.
So
You
to
got
us, it's a train wreck. To them, it's paradise because their
but
paradise is a train wreck.
just think about it. Two no drive having people. How they gonna pay bills?
No, but she's intelligent and driven, and
Driven,
she,
driven to
well,
do what?
she's self-centered though.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Exactly.
So she's Peggy Bundy. Oh my gosh. Yeah, what the Bundys had, they had kids in the family. It
Yep.
worked. It worked
Yeah.
for
It
them.
didn't. It didn't work. It did not work. False. False.
Oh boy.
Mhm.
Yeah, it says the Omega woman is the perfect person for an Omega male. So if you are seeing yourself as an Omega male, I mean that the best
Ain't
female
nobody
for
gonna
you.
see themselves as no Omega. Nobody.
Oh boy. No, because like it says, the Omegas don't see themselves. They're
Right.
unrealistic about everything.
Everything. Everything.
So Delta female, let's go into the Delta female. Wow. Whew. Okay. So the Delta female, it says she's shy and likes to be alone, and she isn't chasing success or popularity. She seems very self-assured, self-sufficient. She's just enjoying life. A Delta woman is introverted and loves her solitude. She can achieve great things, only that she isn't much bothered about success. So, let's make sure she's not a Bundy. Okay. A Delta woman is carefree and wants her peace of mind. This woman understands that patience is a virtue. Therefore, she is patient and talks nicely even to those who are rude to her. So she's unbothered by the way she's treated because she's happy with herself and realized that how she's treated is a reflection of the other person, not a reflection of her own value. She takes time to commit to a relationship. This woman would first take the time to know her lover and prefer to be just friends. She is sure of herself and does not like to rush things. A Delta woman is often anxious and has confidence issues, although she realizes her worth. She is always improving herself and has high aspirations in life. Sounds like a well-rounded person. Sounds like she has just enough of just a healthy amount of doubt, just enough to keep her humble. Because sometimes even when you're self-competent, if even when you're self-confident and very competent, sometimes having just a little bit of doubt can keep you humble and keep your humility balanced with your pride so it doesn't get unhealthy. At her job, she is often perceived as a bit slow because of her relaxed attitude, but she knows where she's going and how to get there. She likes to have honest and clear communication. So she's actually the one that when you're at work, the one that they don't see coming. Because it says here she knows where she's going and she knows how to get there. So she's the one that they don't see coming. And next thing they know, she's the boss because she worked her way up honestly and quietly. I like the Delta female. I like her. So let's look at the Delta male and see if he's compatible. So the Delta male, he's modest and hardworking, but unable to draw attention to himself. Remember that this is like the guy who just can't seem to get the girl, and he's like the guy that no one notices. He's maybe a good guy, just he doesn't catch attention at all. His spirit, anything. So the Delta male wants people to know him and like him, but he doesn't have the capacity to draw attention on his own. He doesn't have high esteem, although he dreams to do something grand with his life. Or he may have stories, oh, I'm going to be a lawyer, I'm going to be a doctor, I'm going to, he has all these aspirations, but he just cannot seem to get people to take him seriously. This man is quite modest and hardworking and has fine taste. He accepts the fact that he can't draw attention from attractive women, and he realistically chooses a partner who is modest and reliable like him. So this is the guy who settles. Sounds like he's the guy who settles. At work, he's ambitious and does everything to grab rewards. He's competitive and smart, but somehow he stays invisible to his boss and his efforts go unrecognized. In romantic relationships, his partner will often feel that he is emotionally unavailable. Um, a persistent and patient woman can, although completely transform him into a responsible and endearing husband. Okay, this is the puppy you have to train. I mean, am I seeing that correctly? Do you see anything else here? Mama Mecc, you there? Uh-oh.
What happened?
Oh, I was asking, are you still there?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, I'm seeing that the Delta male, the Delta female seems to have it together. She's self-assured, she's competent and confident, and has just enough, fear about life to keep her humble. And she's just well enough aware, that everything's not going to always go her way. That she's just humble enough to know how to plan her life and get to where she's trying to go. But the Delta male, like I said, it says in romantic relationships, the right woman can completely transform him, but he starts out as being emotionally unavailable. So, like I said, he sounds like a puppy she'd have to train. So if we move on to, so there's the deltas. Doesn't say for sure if two deltas would be compatible, but I'm thinking not. I'm thinking that if we go on to the sigma male, I'm thinking that the delta female would be more compatible with the sigma male. Did we talk about the sigma males already, or did we start with the gammas? We started with the gammas, right? Mecca, you there? Mecca, are you there? Okay, sounds like something may have happened with her sound, or she's preoccupied. So I'm going to keep going.
What happened?
I was asking, were you there? If you could hear me, because
Yeah,
I could not hear you.
Yeah, because I muted my mic because you're talking.
Oh. Okay. All right, I'll keep going. So the Sigma male personality. He's the smartest, most attractive, successful. It says somewhat manipulative, but like I said, given the description, I would be confident enough to trade the word manipulative for mastermind, because he doesn't manipulate for malicious reasons. But it says here he's nothing like the alpha or the omega or any other type. A sigma male will not chase the race, for he has his own rules to play by. And he moves in and out of all social circles and uses people and information to their own benefit. Sigma males are not influenced by the alpha males. In fact, they can even manipulate the alphas. He dates with women in the highest social circles that most alphas have not even met. A sigma male does not look for approval. He does what he wants. He does not dominate or seek attention like the alpha, but he wins any game he chooses to play. He is not an introvert, but he likes to stay quiet and keeps his intentions to himself. A Sigma male is confident, smart, witty, and has excellent communication skills. He is charismatic, like the alpha, but doesn't crave attention. Women fall head over heels for him without him even trying. He's super ambitious and likes to have an independent venture than working. It likes to have an independent venture rather than working a monotonous job. The Sigma male prefers to be his own boss. He takes calculated risks and often experiments with new ventures. The Sigmas like to pack his bags and suddenly go off on an expedition, and he likes nothing that is routine and predictable. He does not keep a lot of friends and loves to do things on his own rather than in a group. In his love life, he finds it difficult to commit. He has a bohemian attitude towards life and often ends up staying single. The Sigma male prefers to have short-lived, passionate romances than settling permanently with someone. Wow, so the Sigma male is a Rolling Stone. Sigma male is he's kind of a Rolling Stone. He doesn't like to settle down. Does his own thing, kind of self-centered. Puppet master. Monique, you know what? Maybe. It sounds like
That's a good word.
Yeah, he's a puppet master. I said mastermind. Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like it.
Yeah.
So let's see if it says he's prefers not to have committed long-term relationships. Let's see if he's compatible with a Sigma female. She's proud, a proud and charismatic high achiever. So it says the Sigma female, she just knows what she wants and she's ready to chase it no matter what. She rarely forgets things, loves to avenge her wrongdoers. So she's kind of like a Libra. She's looking at the scales of things. A Sigma female loves to count her victories, but she isn't competing against anyone. It's better not to argue with her because she can get ferocious. She's a high achiever and you can never put her down because she's too confident in who she is to ever feel like she's less than. She might not be on your side, but won't hurt you if you are courteous to her. In choosing her partner, she will want to have the best man. She wants her lover to be handsome, rich, and super successful. Mostly, the Sigma woman prefers to have an alpha male as her husband. She is extremely choosy and wants the best qualities in her partner, but she knows that she is but the very best. Wow.
Sound like you need to go sit down somewhere.
I mean, it sounds like me. maybe I need to go sit down somewhere. I don't know. Men find her extremely attractive, and women tend to copy her style. She's charismatic and draws attention without even trying. This woman gets the spotlight wherever she goes, but unlike the alpha female, she's not enjoying it because this woman loves her solitude. Nice. She's unpredictable, glamorous, and lively. Although she has only a few friends, she will be there for them whenever they need her. Oh, okay. So the Sigma female is kind of cool. Her and the Sigma male won't get along though.
No, they won't. They too synonymous.
Yeah. And it says she prefers an alpha male because she wants him to be the best of everything. He has to be handsome and successful and. I think I'm guilty of that a lot. I hold myself to a high standard, so I tend to hold the people around me um, unwisely. I tend to hold the people around me to a high standard also. Not that I expect people to be like me, but I do prefer that the people I'm surrounded by also be at their best version of their self.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
And I do. I like the best of everything. I'm like Frank Sinatra. Nothing but the best is good enough for me. I just feel like that's what God created me for, to come here and enjoy the world's best.
Okay, so we're gonna be coming up with a itinerary, and this is a recap. So I thank everybody for coming out, and I got some things I need to work on. Are you finished with science?
Yeah. I think that puts them all into detail. I think that's what we were missing the last time. We had a
Right,
lot of different conversations within the conversation.
right, right.
Beautiful exchange, wonderful exchange of ideas. But we were not able to stick to this topic. So this time, yeah, I think we were pretty clear pertaining this topic in particular.
Okay. So until the next time, I would like to thank. You got anything you want to say on Weird Science?
No, I just thank everybody for coming over. Thank you for listening. Thank you for all your jokes. Thank you for all the comments in the chat. I like having a conversation, so it's good to have the interactions, and I appreciate your attention.
And once again, I thank you, Team Guardian, for the support. And till the next time with Weird Science and Magnificent Mecca.